Did you all see those triplets?
I'm Carla Bodette.
I'm Drew Palmer with the West Virginia Mushroom Club, and we're here leading a mushroom workshop for the Allegheny Trail's 50th anniversary. We've kind of struggled with the dry conditions, but we did find a little bit of everything. We found everything from edible species to toxic species to slime molds and lichens. Yeah, we're here for the Mushroom Club, just trying to get everybody educated on mushroom foraging and mushroom identification, which is a super hot topic at the moment.
Some of the things that hold up a little bit better in the drought are these like Ganoderma species that hold up for a long time on wood, and other bracket fungus, like Ganoderma tsuge, right? This one you can find on hemlock, and it's a parasite of hemlock. I think these are a little better preserved underneath. This one had sat out, so it's got a friend mold already growing on it. So so this green stuff is actually fungus rotting this other fungus. There is no visible fungus on this, but this is kind of interesting. You've got brown rot, which only decays the cellulose, and then you have white rot, which will decay both the cellulose and the lignin. And you can see how this is blocky and has more structure left to it, whereas this is just, it's just falling apart. There's not much left there. And that's because at a cellular level, whatever rotted this was also able to digest the lignin as well as the cellulose. So that's kind of cool. You've got... this, I think, was if I was going to eat anything on the table, this is the only one that I might even consider eating. It's a puffball, and it's still in edible shape because this area, the gleba, which is spores, is still white and springy and hasn't turned olive brown yet, at which point it would sporulate and poof out and send those spores everywhere. Of course, the maggots on it might put me off to eating it.
We also found a slime mold which disperses its spores in the same way. Slime molds are a different kingdom of life, so they're not a fungus. But this one also climbs to a place that it likes and then develops this hard outer casing. And then inside you can see the spores are dispersed in the same way that the puffball disperses its spores.
Is it glued to that?
It is glued to that because the wind was trying to steal them all from us.
Before it formed that spore case, would it have been more like, I think of a slime mold as being a slimy mass?
Yeah.
That's the question I wanted to ask you, is what does that one look like?
Just like any other slime mold, it's kind of branchy and it kind of, fans out to search for food, and then once it's kind of at that right life stage, it kind of like agglomerates, and then the outside hardens, and then the inside kind of like toughens up, and then those slowly mature into spores. And that's what you see here, this black mass that's puffing out.
I had no idea that slime molds
I'd
had that.
It's super interesting stuff. We found a glow-in-the-dark mushroom here. This one will glow in the dark. This one's kind of dried out, so we've not had much luck with it, but you can see this one with the naked eye in the dark when it glows. Yeah, at the West Virginia Mushroom Club, we hold events around the state. We have a big annual event in Blackwater Falls. It's a three-day foray. Hundreds of people come out, and we do workshops and mushroom educational presentations and mushroom hikes, and we serve a delicious wild foraged mushroom dinner. Everybody should look into that. They can find us at West Virginia Mushroom Club on Facebook or wvmushroomclub.net.
when you're ready to start playing with painting a leaf, I'm going to tell you, pine cones are a little bit tricky to draw. So the leaf might be the easiest, but you're more than welcome to explore with any of the things on the table, or if you even have like a picture of a cool leaf or something on your phone, you can find that. I do like, you will sometimes, because the paint is so transparent, see the pencil drawing a little bit through, so try to draw kind of lightly. If it really bugs you, you can kind of erase it afterwards, but I think seeing the pencil drawing underneath kind of shows the history of the painting and the process you came through to get there, so I say leave it. If you wanna, I've already seen a few people do this, you can just kind of trace your leaf if you really want to. And the nice thing about drawing nature is if you get the shape a little bit wrong, nobody's
That's
really
nature.
gonna know, right?
There's no wrong, right? Nature's not perfect.
If you draw a face and you get the shape a little bit wrong, people are going to call you out on it. Why is the nose over there? I'll have to look and see what these paint colors are called. I think yellow ochre, what do they call it? Oh, raw sienna and deep yellow. I'm going to start by mixing those two colors a little bit, just in my pan. And then while it's still wet, I'm going to come in with one of my browns and just kind of leave a little drip of brown in there, and it's going to kind of bleed out in a way that's actually very similar to how the color is coming into the... And so it's wider towards you, and it's more narrow off in the distance. And then we don't need to sit here and draw every single tree, but we're going to go ahead and give ourselves 4 or 5 anchor trees. So definitely the one in the foreground with the blaze on it. And then I would say like 4 others, 2 here, 2 here. Maybe 5 if you want to do the one on the other side of the tree.
Time to devote to it, but I've been helping him as much. After the first of the year, I'm going to be retired, so my plan is to spend a lot more time volunteering because there's a lot more need down there. And what I would like to do is like get a cadre of people that want to volunteer like in my area. And
not thorough.
He has every option ready.
That's right.
Right. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Tiffany has a larger store to administer than you ever would have dreamed of.
That I do.
A larger store to administer.
Store?
Yes, as a matter of fact,
yeah, see,
when
that's
Bruce,
new to us old people.
Bruce was treasurer, there was no store.
That's where the merch is, right?
Yeah.
So what a great event to be a part of here, to have so many dedicated volunteers come and support this. 13 different states. We were able to have a lot of our land partners here, the founders of the trail, and the future of the trail. Again, a privilege to serve, a privilege to invite and share about this amazing 311 miles in nature, along rivers, through countryside, and showcasing a lot of West Virginia's beauty, as well as part of Virginia. So my perspective, I think the weather was fantastic, so we were able to really enjoy the night skies, have bonfires, the bands were fantastic, the food was over the top. Just to see everybody smiling was really powerful. We couldn't have done it without the volunteers. So they're at the heart of this. As a very small nonprofit, and all volunteer nonprofit. They make it all work, and I can't say enough about the support we've had and just how grateful I am for the opportunity to be a small part of it. Having the movie, our short film, on display, and having the producer come from North Carolina, again, be a huge part of that. Having Heidi from Sketching Summits, who is a big part of elevating our scope and reach through the form of artwork and having all of her artwork available here. All the people that donate to the amazing raffle baskets. It's just been a super special weekend.